YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I am putting some archery releases to the test. I bought 3 releases off of Amazon, and Amazon surprisingly has a decent hunting section and arguably an even better archery section. So that's where I found these, and I want to put them to the test to see their overall performance for their price point. I have a low, mid, and high end release. 2 of them are dual caliper triggers and 1 of them is a thumb release. I'm excited to shoot them and see how they perform. 1 of them is under $20, so if this release actually performs as well as the other 2, it would save you a lot of cash. But we're gonna dig in to all of that. Now we do have a special guest here today, and you may hear the chomping of some kibbles. She's a little whiny. She is happily eating her dinner right now. We have her harness and leash, so she'll be next to Nick while I'm shooting, but she's our little helper for the day. So, without further ado, let's jump right in and take a look at these releases. So the first release is the cheapest of them all. This is the True Fire Patriot. This is a dual caliper release. This retails for $18.05 on Amazon, which is crazy cheap. So I was intrigued and I wanted to know more. At $18.05, we have our first contestant. I do have a knife. This one is a little bit of a pain to get open, but we're almost there. Okay, so this is what the release looks like. I can tell immediately that this is not a sensitive trigger. You can probably even see it on camera, how much that moves before it goes off. Maybe that's how they intended it, but I feel like most high quality triggers, you just kind of tap it and it immediately goes. There's not that wiggle room. So that's already a red flag in my opinion. Oh, Abby is just having fun tearing up a box right now. Another thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, the way that this arm is extending from the wrist strap is a little wonky, but we'll put it on and we'll see. The wrist strap is held on with Velcro. Velcro is not very quiet. That's loud for hunting. So let's give it a try. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we are, shot 1. I feel like it's a little long right now for my current situation, so I'm gonna try and get it further down on my wrist, a little bit tighter, because I think that that was messing with my anchor point a little bit. So let me adjust, we'll try again. Nice. Hey. So the second release that I'm testing today is by Scott Archery. This is called the caliper release. So it's a dual caliper. This is priced at $47.04 off of Amazon. So this is our mid-price release. I think that Abby got into the box a little bit. The release itself looks like it's in good condition, so let's give it a go. So this release actually comes with some instructions. It immediately looks higher quality. This has an actual buckle, and you see another dual caliper release. Let's see what this trigger feels like just off the bat. Whoa, see that? So for this trigger, there's really a very small amount of movement before it actually goes off. The sensitivity is much higher on this one. So later I may find out that I can adjust the sensitivity on these. I'm just doing a first impression right now as I shoot them, and then I will dig into those details later. So let's give this guy a try. Shot 1 with the Scott caliper release. Okay, the last release Abby clearly got into, this is the Hot Shot Vapor thumb release. So now we have changed styles of releases. I personally have never used one of these before, so this will be fun to see how I like it. This retails for $82.96. So this is the highest priced of the three. Let's break this open and give it a try. Whew. Did that make a louder sound than normal? So that was my first time shooting a thumb release, and I clearly need some work on my technique. I'm going to give all of these releases another round of shooting tomorrow, and then I will come back with all of my thoughts and feelings on these. I do think it would be a little unfair for me to give a final judgment after just a short time practicing with them. So I'll give it another round. The pup is tired, and we'll go from there. I am back, it's the next day, and I am going to shoot these releases in a longer practice session. Yesterday was more of a first impression, and today I'm really going to dive into it. Let's do it. Starting with the Fire Patriot, which is our cheapest option, I once again noticed how poor the trigger sensitivity is. However, upon further investigation, I discovered it can be adjusted to your liking, which is a nice surprise considering the price point. It looks like you cannot adjust the length on this release, which is a problem because every person is going to be different and it's going to mess with your anchor point. So I think for my shooting style, the length is actually not bad, but that could be a problem for certain people. I also noticed the Velcro wrist strap makes it difficult to consistently place your wrist strap in the same place, which in turn can lead to inconsistencies while you're shooting. Moving on to release number 2. The Scott Archery Caliper release has some great features and adjustments that the Fire Patriot lacks. For starters, the wrist strap is a buckle, which provides you with a more consistent placement on your wrist and is way quieter than the Velcro. Not only is the trigger sensitivity on the Scott release adjustable, so is the length. Although I prefer the feel of the Scott release over the Fire, I found that I was actually shooting worse with the Scott release than the Fire. And our third and final release, the thumb trigger. Although I'm classifying this as a high price point release for this video, I actually don't think that it is high end for its category. In hindsight, I should have compared 3 of the same types of releases, which may lead to this video turning into multiple videos in the future. Okay, so for my nose to line up with my peep and everything, it has to be here. For purposes of completing this test, I find that the thumb release is the most accurate of the 3, even with my inexperience with that style release. Ooh! Overall, I would definitely recommend the Fire Patriot to beginners and those on a tight budget because it really did pack a big punch considering the price. The Scott Archery caliper release was not bad, but I have a feeling there are better releases on the market for that particular price point. The Hot Shot Vapor was overall my favorite, but I have a feeling that that was because I actually favor the consistency of a thumb release over a standard wrist strap dual caliper release. Filming this video has left me wanting to dive deeper into different releases, so I took to Instagram and Facebook to see what your favorite releases are, and you left me with so many awesome suggestions. So this video will definitely be the spawn of many more to come. So that is it, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that this video has inspired me to continue this type of investigative series where I try things out, especially archery products. Like, I want to try out more thumb releases, back tension releases, and really dig into this. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.